Hey guys, today we're going to be comparing these two milk frothers. We have the PACAHO frother and then this Cincred frother. So we're going to start off comparing some more visual things, and then later on we'll get to the more important aspect of how well do they work. So to start off, just based on looks alone, I definitely would say the PACAHO one looks so much better. It looks more high-end, a little classier, versus this one, it looks kind of just clunky and a bit of an eyesore, if I'm being honest. I would kind of, compare this as, this is kind of like a stainless steel fridge, and this one is one of the 90s big chunky white fridges. So not a huge deal, but if you have them sitting out on your counter, I think this one has a much, much better look to it. The second category I would say is ergonomics. Again, this PACAHO one would be a easy winner. This one, it just fits so well into your hand. The power button's up here. It just makes a lot of sense. Versus this one, it almost feels like you should be pressing with like your middle or ring finger, just based on how you're holding it, unless you like come all the way down here. I feel like the power button is not in a really good place. It's just kind of an awkward place for it. It's just not super, super user friendly. Again, it doesn't mean this is impossible to use or anything. It's still one easy button, but I just don't think it is as comfortable or easy to use as this PACAHO one. The next category is storage options, which I would say this Cincred one wins. That's because it can stand up just like that, and it can be stored like that. So I like that. I feel like it takes up a lot less room whenever it's standing up vertically, versus this one, the PACAHO one, has to lay down to be stored. This top part of it here is slanted, so it obviously is not going to stand up straight on that. So it does have to be stored laying down, which I feel like just takes up a lot more room, and it tends to roll. So now to the most important part is how well do they work. So I'm gonna test them both out for you here. I'm going to mix in some matcha into some hot water, and then I'm also gonna froth some milk so you have a little bit of variety and can see how they do with both of those different options. Alright, so let's take a look here. They look pretty much the same at first glance, but let's give them a little bit closer of a look. Doesn't seem like anything is really stuck on this one at all. It seems like it's pretty well mixed in, considering it was a pretty small amount of water there. And then we have this one, which same thing, doesn't look like anything's really sticking to the side much, which is a good sign for both of these options. So next, we'll switch over to some milk and see how it does with those. Alright, so we'll take a look here. They both look pretty foamy to start off with. I would say this one probably created a bit more foam. It's a bit higher in the cup than this Cincred one did. This is all like really thick, really foamy. This one here also looks pretty good. So overall, I think they're both pretty good options. They get the job done, but I would say I really do prefer this PACAHO one a lot more. It looks a lot better. Overall, it's, through my experiences with it, I've had this one mix a little bit better than this one, especially when it comes to like protein powder and thicker things mixing in. I would credit that to the fact that it has 2 whisks here on the bottom versus this one only has 1. But overall, I think they're both good options, but personally, I would choose this PACAHO one.